How's it going, guys? My name is JuiceZBox, and today we're playing some Domination on Favela. Just some good old average Domination, none of this ground war stuff. And yeah, Favela. It's a cool map. It's got tons of vibrant colors, so you know, keeps you on your toes. There's never a dull moment. A little pun there for any of you jokesters out there. But okay, I'm using the Scar H, and before I get into why I'm using the Scar H, I just want to say, first of all, the Scar H, it sounds like a pretty badass gun. At least Scar does, right? Like Scar. It just sounds really intense. So, but the letter H, I'm not sure the science behind the letter H. I'm sure it means something, or it's significant or in some sort, but the letter H is just it's not too intimidating. In fact, if I had to choose any letter in the alphabet that was the least intimidating to me, I would choose the letter H. It is just because when I think of H, I think of like Hufflepuff or something. That thing from Harry Potter, Hufflepuff. It's I just think of kind of like a pansy or some kind of sort of like cloud, like a huff and a puff. I don't know, but the letter H, for some reason I have a problem with it. So I mean, personally, I think it should be called the Scar Z or the Scar X or something of that sort. But it's not, and there's nothing I can do about it. So for now, we'll call it the Scar. And sorry I went off on that little tangent there, but I think it was necessary. And my secondary is a gun I've also just started using. It's called the Striker. And real quick for me, I want you guys to say it. I want you guys to call it the Stroika with a British accent. I don't know if any of you guys watch soccer, but sometimes they call it the forward in Britain. They call it a striker, but because they have an accent, they say Stroika. I'm the top goal scorer on my team because I'm a striker. Yeah, I'm not British, and I don't know how good that accent was, but I promise you, it feels good to say it. Stroika. I could say that word all day. Stroika. Yeah, it is probably one of the best words ever created by God, or created by Latin people. I don't know where it was created, but yeah. So it took long enough for me to talk about my primary and secondary weapons, but both of these weapons are pretty new to me. I've probably used them for the past 3 days, and I've probably used them once or twice before then, but I have to tell you the truth. I was never a large fan of the Scar because of it. It doesn't have a huge clip. It does kill pretty fast though, which is really nice. But its clip isn't the biggest, so sometimes it can be, kind of frustrating. That's another word. If you say it in a British accent, it's nice. Frustrating. Because they say I don't know. I know a lot of British people, so I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm just saying these are observations I make, and frustrating. They don't say frustrating. They say frustrating. I think it's cool. I wish I was British personally. Number one, I think my commentaries would be much more exciting if I was British, and I think I would pull a lot more women. So, because girls just love those British accents. So. I applaud anyone that's watching this that's British. You have a gift. Okay, again, sorry I went off on a little tangent there, and I'm using the word tangent a lot because it makes me sound smart. So I'm about to call him my Predator, which is cool school. And yeah, I want to talk about the layout a little bit because I wasn't quite sure what to do. I had a few empty spaces, and I'm sure you might have realized that by now. One of them was in the top right corner. I put a little JuiceZBox sign in there just to, fill the space up, because I didn't really have anything else to fill in there. The other space was in the bottom, the center, bottom center middle of the screen. It's a little no camp sign, like a tent with a line through it. I basically put that there because, well, I needed something to put there, else it was just gonna be like an awkward, whoa, sorry about that, my mic just fell off, an awkward space. So yeah, I didn't think I camped that much this game. I thought it was a pretty entertaining game, so I just put that there for kicks. And finally, in the bottom right-hand corner, you might be like, "What the heck is that?" Some of you might have seen it in the game. It's a spinning emblem, and you know, I'm not 10th prestige or anything. I think that's a 10th prestige emblem. I could be wrong. For some reason unknown to man, I had that this little animation that you see in the bottom right hand corner. I had that saved on my computer somewhere, and you know, I was just looking through things I had, like pictures and stuff, that I could put in the bottom right hand corner to kind of fill the space, and I found that, and I was just like, you know, this has no relevance at all to the game, but it looks cool, so I put it there. And you know, another purpose of it is kind of like, if you get bored of the commentary and you know you're just tired of, you know, watching the game or listening to what I have to say, you can always just watch that little thing and spin around in the bottom right hand corner. It's pretty mesmerizing, and it's just there to entertain you. So don't watch it for too long though, because you could fall asleep and, you know, become hypnotized or something like that. But speaking of sleep though, it's pretty much my main topic for today. I was reading an article today, and I know, you know, some of you guys are like, wait, like you read? Like, yes, I read. No, I don't actually. But for some weird reason, I read an article today, and it's a rare occurrence for me to read a book, or I mean, not read a book. I'll never read a book. That's a truly rare occurrence. But it's also a rare occurrence for me to, you know, read words. So but I read an article today, and it was about, you know, being sleepy, or how scientists could measure sleepiness. And I was, you know, I kind of liked this article just because I got a triple with a Stroika. Sorry, but I like this article just because, you know, I was curious because I'm sleepy a lot, and I was thinking, okay, what's a good way I'm tripping over my words. What's a good way to measure sleepiness? And you know, the article suggested that, you know, yawning, and I was like, okay, that's plausible. That's a good theory. But it was actually saying that, you know, scientists used to think that yawning was a good indication of sleepiness, and I agreed with that. I'm like, okay, I yawn when I'm tired. But it actually went on to say that yawning is not really, you know, what you think it is. And I was like, okay, what do I think it is? But it was saying that scientists used to think that yawning was to get more oxygen in the blood, and that's what I always thought. That's what I had been told, so, you know, that's what I assumed. And it's actually, according to this article, which could be wrong, I don't even know if I'm reading correct information, but according to the article, yawning is actually, you know, not so much to get more oxygen into your blood. It's more so, well, it said you yawn when you're stressed out is one occurrence. So, like, you know, maybe you're stressed out for a test and you start to yawn. I don't know. It also says you might yawn when you're bored, which I understand. I've yawned plenty of times when I'm bored. But it also said you yawn when you're nervous. So it gave an example, like, a lot of times, like, people that are new to the military, their first time parachuting out of a plane, they yawn a lot when they're in the plane, and apparently it's because they're nervous or something like that. So yeah, so it basically brought the whole passage back to the first part, which was the whole controversy. You know, how do you measure how sleepy you are? And it actually, you know, said that, you know, the best way to measure how sleepy someone is to put them in an environment where they could fall asleep and measure the time it takes them to fall asleep, and that's a measure of how sleepy they are, I guess. So looks like we're reaching the end of this video. Thanks for watching. I know it's kind of been a weird commentary. Hope we all learned something about yawning today, and don't forget to thumbs up. Love you guys. See you later. Peace out.